I'm one step closer to buying back my first vehicle, but wouldn't you know, my Achilles heel has stopped me in my tracks once again. Beautiful Saturday morning to go do some wrenching outside, and well, we are sort of on a pseudo mission to go rescue my high school vehicle. But hey, if this is your first time catching me, let me introduce myself. I'm Grant Tommy. This is Straight Six Fan, your home for offbeat hot rodding. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, well then you would have missed a previous episode from I think January of me being able to reunite with my first vehicle, a 1995 Ford F-150 straight six, 4.9 liter. That's a long story. That's an episode in of itself. I'll leave an info card up over to my left if you want to go watch that first. But hey, I'm going up to help the current owner fix the brake issue. That's basically what prevented me from buying the vehicle on the spot and driving it back, because I just didn't trust being able to stop safely at 55 miles an hour on the road I'm driving on right now, this county highway. And so since January, the owner's been slowly working on the brakes himself. He found an issue with the front brakes and got that fixed, but now he's at a crossroads with the rear brakes, and that's where I come in to help. And the other reason why it's been 4 months and nothing's moved on the truck, well, I tried lining up some transport situations to get it back down to my parents' house. We're gonna buy it back for the family farm, but all of those options fell through, and so we were a little slow to get that arranged. Anyway, here we are. I'm coming to help pseudo rescue my high school truck. Alright, so yesterday I beat the current owner to his rental property. That's where we're going to work on the truck. And you know, with that extra time, what I should have done is I should have got all my camera gear out, set it up right away, and would have got better footage for you guys. But you know, as the day wore on and you're, first and foremost, borrowing somebody else's time, you're crawling in and out from underneath the truck and working off of a tarp that's on top of sticks and gravel and such, well, you're not going to make the other person wait just for you to set up the ideal camera shot. So I don't have a whole lot of footage from yesterday, but I'm going to take you right to where we thought the problem lay originally, right here. Alright, so here's where we're at. The rubber hose where it hits the chassis here, the clip rusted to the frame rail. For whatever reason, this new hardline that Andy had bought, we just can't get the threads to start here on the fitting. Don't know what's going on there, so we're trying to just get this rubber hose out to see if we can, when we have these out in open space, if we can get the two to thread in, then we know it works, or maybe we've goobered up this fitting. And then further up the way, the brake line basically rusted through, so he's replaced that line further up the way. But this is objective number one. We've got to get this, keeping the other end loose. So we've got the play here, but yeah, for whatever reason, just cannot get it to start threading in. Andy makes a run to his house to go pick up some additional tools that are gonna help us out. You get halfway into a job and you're like, oh, it'd be really nice if we had this, it'd be really nice if we had that. So he runs to his house to get some of those things, and that's when I finally get the clip off. So I get the chassis to axle tube line connector off, thinking, okay, progress, first steps first. And then we finally get it off. We disconnect the other rusty brake lines on the other side of the banjo fitting. We go to O'Reilly's and we luck out. They actually have in stock the part we need. We pick up a new one, head back, try to get it on, and well, we end up with the same issue. Turns out it was the wrong fitting on the brake line that Andy had bought as a replacement line. So we go back to O'Reilly's for the second of 3 trips. Spin this thing in the little in the nut and bolt aisle in their little gauge thing. Realize what thread pitch we need. We have to make one more trip for some other reason. Won't get into that, but we make it back on site. We get this installed. We have all the fittings, unions, adapters, lines we could possibly need. Get it all put back together, start bleeding the brake system, and then this happens. After 6 hours of crawling underneath and back out of the truck, working on our backs, and 3 trips to O'Reilly's, Annie and I decided to throw in the towel as our Saturday was quickly evaporating away, and well, we were both kind of beat, as you might imagine, and kind of decided that, you know what, we're gonna forego this and try to do it all over again another weekend. It's got to be the flare end on right at that union. Something's got to just probably be reflared, but neither of us really had it in us at that point to do it. So we get the brakes fixed, hopefully soon, and then a deal can be struck, and I will probably have some sort of roadkill style episode where I drive this thing back with 234,000 miles, the 3-hour trip down to Wichita to my parents' house, and that should be a lot of fun for you guys. But hey, if you missed that first episode over here, I will leave well, not an info card. Go ahead and click that one. You can go watch it. But otherwise, to all of my 6 fans out there, thanks for watching.